Here's your all-in-one video of everything you need to get started with punch needle. First is the Mina Karen needle. Next is some yarn. This is my favorite brand. It's called Knit Picks. It is sport weight, size 2. Next is some scissors, and I use Elmer's glue wall. I'm going to need some hot glue gun. I use a little 6x6 frame and some fabric. Your threader comes with your needle and finished with some felt. So here I am putting the fabric on. You have to make sure it's really, really tight, or else that's going to keep your punches from staying. So I go around a couple of times, and then at the end I push in the fabric to the pokers. And for safety, I use a little cover. Inch cute. Go ahead and trace your design like so. I do a little bit of freehand every once in a while, so here I am. Next, you're going to thread your needle. I always take the cap off first. I always like to do it in one motion, so I do it from the back side, and you put it all the way through your needle, put the cap back on. You're going to put the yarn in there. Be careful when you're pulling the yarn through not to pull on the tab too hard, because eventually the tab's going to come off. And here you are. You're going to pull it back so you have a little tail and you're ready to go. I always start with my fine details first, so in this case it's the white. Don't forget to put your finger on the string when you pull it up so it doesn't come out. And we are ready to start punching. It doesn't really matter where you start on your punch. You can start anywhere you want. That's the coolest thing about punch needle. It's very forgiving. I always do 2 rounds around the outside of my project. Here's a little closer look to see how far I come up off the fabric. Not too far, not too close. Again, a little snip, snip. Let's turn her over and let's see what she looks like. Oh yeah, look at her. You'll see a little flaw here, but we're gonna fix that at the end, so it doesn't matter. Now let's say you need to fix a mistake. All you're gonna do is pull back your thread, take your needle and scratch it just like that. And you are good to go. You're gonna pull your thread and keep going. Next, this is the glue that I use, Elmer's glue wall. This is how I finish my projects. Be careful not to get the glue on the fabric. It makes the fabric really hard and difficult to fold. Now we wait to dry. She's all dry, isn't she pretty? Go ahead and take your project off the frame. Here you see me fixing a flaw. You're just gonna use your needle to kind of poke it around. Go ahead and cut out your design. Be careful not to cut the actual loops. I always start in the creases and then go around. Again, be careful not to cut your actual project. Alrighty, next we're going to glue these little flappy things down just like so. Use a hot glue gun. Be careful, don't burn yourself. And at the end, I like to cut off a little bit of excess so there's no bulk. This is actually a keychain, so I'm not going to finish it with felt, but I'll show you how I do. So you're going to fill this in with hot glue gun. You're going to stick it to the felt directly, push and hold. Cut around your project. You'll notice these little spots. You're going to put hot glue there and squeeze your project to the felt and it'll hide it. Anyways, here she is. Happy punching.